in the adult human?
200.
200. Christian's like, I don't know. 200.
I know, I wasn't gonna say that.
I think babies have like 300 and something because they have all these bones that are still cartilage, right? Like when a baby comes out and its head's real soft and kind of like funky shaped, it's still cartilage and it hasn't fused together, right, to form those sutures that you see on the skulls. So your babies have lots more bones than you, which is cool. Which is why if they fall down the stairs, because they're made of a lot of cartilage, they're kind of indestructible. Like Jack. Okay, so the axial skeleton is what? Which bones? Which part of you? Thank you.
Skull, spine,
The
and
midline, right? Like your
Right, so this
main
is
spine.
your spine, also known as your, let's put spine, right? Your skull, your rib cage, right? This is your long axis. This is an R. I'm very sorry about that. Your rib cage, your long axis, right? So axial is like this. Can you see me? Can all of you see me? I just don't know what you can see. You can see me? Okay. Your axial skeleton is here. Okay. So then what's your appendicular skeleton?
Your limbs.
Yeah, your limbs and your girdles, it says. Someone want to give me an example of what I think a girdle is?
Like your hips.
Yeah, like your hips and your shoulders. Good call. I was just wondering if y'all knew that. Right. So almost like your vital stuff is your axial, and then you're kind of like, I mean, your arms are vital, right? But like, you know what I'm saying? Right, so vital, right? And then your limbs are kind of like accessory. Okay, so we have kinds of shapes of bones. What is the shape of bone that they are longer than they are wide? What are those bones?
Long bones?
Yeah, not a trick question. Long bones.
Okay.
And our long bones usually make up which part of our body?
Our limbs.
Yeah, girl. Right? Your limb bones are your long bones. Is that better? Okay. They're longer than they are wide, right? And they make up your hands and your feet. And nope, your arms and your legs. Your arms and your legs. All right, and then we have another bone that is usually in our wrists and our ankles. What kind of bone shape would you say those are?
They're called short bones, right?
Yeah, for sure. They're short bones. What shape are they usually?
They're like cubed.
Yeah, for sure. They're cubes. They're cube-shaped bones. Okay, and then let's see. This is not supposed to be here. It is. Oh, you know what I do have instead of doing that? Ready for this? Ooh, never existed. Okay, it's fine. That made me feel so much better. Okay, so then we have another kind of bone that is kind of weird. An example of this is your patella. What kind of bones are the weird bones? What are they called?
irregular.
Bones.
They're called, what did I mess this up? They're called sesamoid bones. Yes. Christian, we're going to talk about irregular bones later. So the sesamoid bones, like your patella, vary in size and they vary in number, and they form within tendons. Like if you've ever seen like a cadaver or anything like that, your patella is like nestled in your patellar tendon. So it's like femur and then tibia, and then if this is your patella, there's a tendon that goes over it, and it's like nestled in there, embedded in there, and it arises from that. That's why they're kind of funky shaped. Can I go to the next page? Are you chilling? So we don't have to do all of this packet. I will record and do it all so that if you don't want to chill for however long it takes me to do this packet, it will be on the YouTube. Okay, so they vary in size and number, and they're within tendons. Oh, see, that was what happened, because I put it in there twice. So just ignore this part. I'm sorry that there are typos. All right, so then these bones, Christian, are, oh no, not yet. All right, so bones that are thin, flat, and curved are what kind of bones? What kind of bones? They are usually the scapula or your ribs.
Flat bones.
Yeah, these are flat bones. Okay. They form your sternum, your scapula, your ribs, and what's the last one? Kind of weird. It's not necessarily flat, but it is in the way that it is structured.
Your skull?
Yeah, for sure. Your skull, right? Because if you've ever seen those, it's rounded because your skull is a sphere, right? But they're flat, right? If you were to flatten those out, they would be flat, right? They're not really dense. They're not big structurally. Okay. All right, and then our last shape is complicated shapes, right? These are your hip bones and something else. What are they?
Irregular.
Right. Okay, they're complicated. So they're hip bones, and what other bones are your irregulars?
Vertebrae.
Yeah.